Greetings, peace, shalom, Starseeds, name of Yahweh on the name and authority of Yahshua Messiah, and under the direction of the Holy Spirit. Peace, love to the collective, the gods, the goddesses. Remember, God is not the same as the source, Yahweh. We were created in Yahweh's image, and we were given certain faculties and powers to operate in this particular realm to learn how to manipulate energy. Now, before I go any further, for anybody that has never read Psalm 82, read it. It is a definite confirmation of what I'm telling you about when I say greeting gods and goddesses. Because when you wake up and you come to understand the power given you, then everything that comes with being in that state of being of science lifts your mind, upgrades your DNA, and allows you to give back to the collective through your efforts, your righteousness, and your love. But I have a wonderful lesson for everyone today. Let's move on. Okay, today's message is going to be about shadow work, dealing with the darkness inside of you. I've mentioned it once before. People always wonder, what does it mean to fight darkness? Well, the first place of darkness you gotta fight is inside of yourself. That's where the battlefield is. That is where the enemy of this particular realm, the reptilians, this is what their architecture aims at, is dealing with confusing you of where to pay attention as to what side is which. So, like I mentioned before, you don't have to go to church to commune with Yahweh. Why? You are the church. You are the temple of Yahweh dwelling here on earth. So therefore, if you know that you are a temple, then therefore, why do you go to other temples where they say this is the only place where you find them? Or the only place you find them is in the collective. Okay, well, the collective has many components. They have many different souls. So then therefore, you must understand that he is in all of us, irrespectively. So, like I said, y'all need to refer to Psalm 82 and study it. But the lesson that I'm bringing that deals with shadow work. Shadow work is something that primarily deals with not only your darkness, but the parts of your darkness that it impacts. And what it does is it capsizes the light, the spark within you that Yahweh gave you to operate here. It smothers it and it keeps it from shining. And because you don't know how to bring out that brilliance, that light, you therefore allow it to be snuffed. Well, when it gets snuffed, then you get what they call the bestial kingdom. You operate in nothing but the vibration of the animal kingdom. So what I'm finna do right now, I'm teaching you about the three main aspects of what it means to do shadow work, which is triggers, patterns, projections. Triggers deal with things that impose strong negative reactions, which you must learn how to control to be able to maintain a state of peace. Because the whole fight is keeping your peace, controlling your frequency. That is the whole gist of the battle. That's what you're fighting. That's what you're combating. Because if you can't control your frequency, if you can't learn to love yourself first and foremost above all people, if you can't learn to do that, then you cannot internalize and love you. And if you can't give love to yourself, you can't appreciate the fact that you are here to learn how to manipulate energy. Because love is the most highest, it's the most powerful frequency it is. But in the process of doing shadow work, this process is helping you to go deep inside of the darkness and to disperse, as John chapter 1, verses 1 through 3 actually depicts. Light shineth in darkness, but darkness perceive it not. No, until it is elevated, until the vibration is elevated. So let me get straight to this, because I'm going to wind up having to make probably a part 2 of this. And you can also find it on my YouTube channel, which would be Starseed _Gate 1074. Because I'll be able to have a little bit more time, a little bit more flexibility on my videos. But anyway, dealing with triggers, I am going to first start by reading out of a book, which otherwise the name is The Anger Management Source Book. Yes, I've showed this book once before on here, and this is one of the books that I have used to do my own shadow work and learn how to deal with my own internal triggers and things that allowed me to give my energy away. And giving your energy away, especially around people who are siphoning it, is how you run into packs of vampiric spirits, which are in actuality draconians. If you think about the old vampire movies of Dracula and the Romania, where Dracula was actually, the theme was given to the cinema for entertainment and fiction, but it actually had a deep relativity to the draconian spirits, which are more sinister than the reptilian themselves. But let me continue. Okay, Exhibition 1-1, hooks, in this particular book, which is, where are we at in here? It's chapter 1 in this book. Now this is what I'm going to ask everyone to do. Pause if you need to, and go and get you a pen and get you a piece of paper or a journal. Because what I'm actually finna do is I'm fixing to read out what triggers people's anger, your anger. While you're listening to me read, what I want you to do is only write down the ones that resonate with your triggers. I mean, the things that when you hear them, sometimes, trying to find them is like trying to look for a needle in a haystack. But if you have somebody just read through them and allow you to grab them as I'm reading and write them down, they will help you in your shadow work of dealing with triggers to kind of pinpoint what your trigger actually is. Because once you learn what they are, then we're going to move on to how to control them and how to be aware of things that would trigger them and bring you out of balance and into imbalance, to where now you're not emitting the frequency of joy and you're not feeling love of yourself, but you're giving it away, and then you find yourself desolate, for better choice of words. But this particular video is going to probably have to go into a part 2. But what I will do, I will go ahead and allow this video to run for the sake of the lesson, because it's this important. So it's going to be on the YouTube channel. So if by any means it's on TikTok, it's only 10 minutes. It says keep watching, you can. If not, go to the YouTube channel and watch it, because you need the content that I'm offering, okay? So, pause.